Hi buddy, welcome back to the Revenues channel. Today I want to do a very quick overall review of the Saberforge Apprentice Sabers and why I like them so much. So first of all, I've got here 4 of the several Apprentice Sabers available. Now the only 2 actual different hilts that we're missing here is the Bastion and the Oracle. I did not include the variation of the Acolyte and the variation of the Arbiter. The reason for that is they're identical sabers, but instead of having a grip section in the middle, they have a leather wrap. That doesn't really account as a different saber to me, because you can wrap up each of these sabers and still generate more or less that same saber. Anyway, that's a personal thing. So as you can see, I love my weathering. I love weathered hilts, and that's reflecting in these Apprentice Sabers. As you can see as well, there's quite a significant size difference between the hilts. On the far right, we got the Saberforge Chosen, the smallest of the bunch. Then we have the Saberforge Arbiter, which is slightly bigger. And then we have my favorite so far as the Saberforge Chosen, slightly bigger than the Arbiter. And then we have the biggest of the bunch, and the biggest of all Apprentice Sabers in general, that is the Saberforge Acolyte. Now, the Saberforge Bastion and the Saberforge Oracle fall somewhere in between these hilts. But baseline is the Acolyte is the biggest, and the Saberforge Consular is the smallest. How they stack up? Well, as you can see, each of these hilts are totally different, and that's why I like the Saberforge Apprentice hilt so much, because they look very different and unique from each other while still being in that same price point. They have unique pommels, they have unique body sections, they have unique control sections, you have unique choke points, and they have unique emitters. And the look and feel is so different from each saber that it really feels justified to collect multiple of the Saberforge Apprentice hilts. And I like each of the design from Saberforge. I did reviews of each of these sabers already, so you can see the full reviews of these individual hilts. But I do really love these hilts. They're very nice and good for the price point. All these hilts are single piece alloy milled hilts, and they're very sturdy, they're very strong, they're not too heavy, not too light, and the price point in general is very nice. They used to be $50 empty, that has been up to $75 in the recent months. One of the reasons for that, according to Saberforge, is that they couldn't justify that price of $50 anymore, because the cost to create or manufacture these sabers were slightly more expensive than expected. Plus, this is the entry level saber that Saberforge carries. So because these are entry level sabers with a lower price, they're a lot more popular under the beginners getting into custom lightsabers. They will start off most often with an Apprentice saber like this to touch the waters, find out do they want to continue with the hobby or not, and just know in general play it a little bit safer and still get a very nice looking hilt. I really praise Saberforge for their Apprentice line. I think they're very nice manufactured hilt. They are, in terms of issues, hardly any issues with them. The electronics are basic, and they're doing their job very well. And basically, I highly praise the Saberforge Apprentice Saber hilt line. One of the reasons why do I like the Saberforge Apprentice hilts? Well, first of all, the hilts are slimmer than, for example, one of the biggest other player in Saberforge Saberland, and that is Ultra Sabers. Ultra Sabers hilts are in general bigger, bulkier, less detailed, nonetheless very nice hilts, by the way, don't get me wrong. Price point is can be lower than the Saberforge apprentice sabers, certain hilts I should say, but in general the aesthetics of the apprentice sabers from Saberforge do appeal to me a lot more than the ones from Alter Sabers. Basically it comes down to the size, like how thick and wide the hilt is, for example, from an Alter Sabers compared to a Saberforge, which is quite significant. The fact that they offer a free weathering is a benefit, because I don't like shiny hills, I like weathering, and although this is a machined weathering, it's not the best looking weathering, it's still a very decent weathering, and I'm more than happy with it. I do like it, and they make the hilts look unique and different. And I really feel weathering does do a lot to a hilt. It gives a lot of own face to it. If it's just brand new shiny, that is of course your personal preference, but it's not mine. I just like something that's a little bit gritty, dirty, used, and whatnot. And this is definitely my favorite apprentice sabers, period, from Saberforge. I do love the thin neck design. It's a saber that I don't put down. It's my carry around saber. It's cheap, it's affordable, it's doing its job, it's nice to duel with, spin with, whatnot. It's just in general a very good entry saber. And even if you're in the saber market for a while, these sabers are still worthwhile to pick up. For example, this Acolyte looks fantastic. It's a really nice design. It is absolutely a Sith looking design. It's fantastic, it's menacing. Overall, I would say it's hardly to go wrong with a Saberforge apprentice hilt. Honestly, I do not think there's much to say bad about the apprentice hilts from my perspective. So then again, I hope you liked this short video that showed the various sizing and the reasoning why I prefer and do recommend to go for a Saberforge apprentice saber. If it's your first saber, or if you're a vivid collector of lightsabers and you want some affordable sabers to complement your existing lightsaber collection, very nice. I mean, even if you don't like the Saberforge internals in terms of electronics, you can gut them. If you are a do-yourself sabersmith, you can put in a nice soundboard and whatnot and have a very nice full package saber for a very nice affordable price. And that's why I really like these Saberforge hilts. And aesthetically looking, again, as I said before, they look gorgeous, they look fantastic, they look amazing. They're just very nice detailed for the price range. One of the main business of Saberforge that keeps them going forward in the direction they go now. Their apprentice sabers are immensely popular. They're praised and loved by many people, and I cannot stress out enough that I do really recommend these lightsabers. I really do recommend these apprentice sabers from Saberforge. So please take a look at them, see if you're interested, and perhaps you want to pick up one yourself. So I hope you like this small review video of what I think of the Saberforge apprentice sabers. Hopefully I see you next time again in my new videos. So please stay taking a look and stay scummy.